Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1969 Olympia SM9 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany, and in my opinion, the second best typewriter of all time, along with the SM9. Just little minor differences between the SM9 and the SM9. Second best after the Hermes 3000. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. Here's the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0. Right one around 75, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. One of the differences between the SM8 and the SM9 is the SM8 has a streamlined paper support arm, and the SM9 has a button that you press and it flips up like a switchblade and extends further. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2. Right now we have it on single, which skips 2 half spaces. Right in the middle skips 3 half spaces, and all the way down skips 4 half spaces. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that all the way down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it on the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it all the way up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Feels like smooth luxury with a lot of power, like a Mercedes-Benz. All the best parts and the best engineering in the world. Western Germany. Beautiful print. That's about as good as the print as you can get on a typewriter. Perfect. Excellent condition. To pull the page out easy, flip this switch on the right forward, unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Also allows you to straighten the page if you load it crooked. You would just straighten like that, flip it back. Now it's straight, feeds perfect. We're just going to use that to pull the page out. Easy. Flip this down for now and put the color back on black. You just want to make sure that the paper releases all the way back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. You got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to type past that all the way to the end. Very good. To the left of that is the carriage lock. Flip it up and then move the carriage to the middle. It locks the carriage in the middle, so when you have it in a case, it doesn't bang around causing any kind of damage to the escapement. Flip it down to unlock it. That also locks the keys. All right, backspace on the right side, very smooth. Tab on the top right. Another difference between the SM8 and the SM9 is that this has a manual tab set on the back of the carriage. So if you have tabs on the back of your typewriter, then you have an SM8. If this is just a panel, then you have an SM9. So these are just like the margins. You just move them like that, and there's a scale that you can kind of match it with up top here. And it just stops at each one of those. 6 of them. And you don't remove them so they never get lost. So that's an upgrade from the older ones that had actual tabs that you would pull out and then put wherever you want on a rack. So, but a lot of people might prefer the SM8 because the SM9 is much more sophisticated with that tab system. So if something goes wrong on that tab system, then the entire typewriter will not work. With the SM8, it's much more streamlined, so it doesn't break down as often. It's easier to fix. Okay, open the hood like a car hood. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch that direction manually. The side you want it to go to, there's a little switch behind the spool that the ribbon runs around. You just flip it like that and it'll pull to that side. And that's meant to catch the eyelid at the end of the ribbon, which is the little metal piece about 6 to 8 inches off. It'll pull on that when it gets to the end of the ribbon and swap the direction automatically to the side it needs to go to. And if you don't have eyelets at the end of your ribbon, you can tie a knot, and that usually does the trick. All right. This also doesn't have a touch control. I think some SM8s do have a touch control, but this one does not. Doesn't matter, the touch is perfect. I wouldn't touch it the way it is now. Carriage release only on the right side. That's another difference between the SM8 and the SM9. The SM9 has one on both sides on most models, but some models still only have one on the right side. And if you pull the knob out on the left side and turn the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. And the same concept when you move the line space selector all the way back, disables the spacing. Move it forward to the one and you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.